Hello everybody, I am recording this in the midst of some winter struggles. I woke up this morning to a power outage at my dorm, which is wonderful. It actually, like the heater was off, the lights were off, the dining hall was closed, but it actually was not that bad. Luckily, it did not last very long for me, so I was pretty much just chilling. Classes are still going to be closed for like the next 48 hours or so, because while I do have power, other areas of my state probably are still struggling. So the university is just, having classes closed until further notice. Today I am working on my February spread. I'm actually posting this like halfway into February. I'll be posting this on Thursday, so February will be over basically by the time I post this, but that's okay. At least I'm still posting it in the same month. Next week I will probably post another gaming video, and then the week after that I will hopefully post my March spread. But yeah, as you can see, I am gluing down my little pig drawing that I always put in the beginning of the month for this year from my 2020 calendar that I'm trying to, recycle basically. And I'm writing down February in like a little homemade sign. I didn't want it to be too perfect or anything. I just want it to be like perfectly imperfect, I guess you could say. That's what I was going for with that sign, which is why I didn't bother to make it like too straight or anything. For February, what I wanted to do is, it's Valentine's Day, so I wanted to stick to lighter colors for the most part. I do have a black bullet journal, but I used my graphing paper for my calendar so that you could see the pinks and the reds and stuff more clearly for the calendar. Most of the journal is going to be pink because I have way more pink washi tape and pink sketchbook paper or scratch paper or whatever you want to call it. I forgot my markers at home. I don't have my markers right now. I have like a whole bag of Crayola Super Tip markers, and I don't have them right now. I can't use them because I left them back at home. So instead, I have to deal with the fact that I only have color pencils. Actually, recently I was gifted a couple brush pens, and then one of the markers happens to be red. So maybe in future spreads I can use that red marker. I might use it actually this week because we're still in February, but I won't show you guys my weekly spreads until maybe like on stream or something, or maybe even like the end of the year. That's when I'd probably show you guys. So you guys won't see me use it until who knows when, but it will happen. It will happen. I was pretty excited for February, not gonna lie. I think some people are aware of why. It's not that I'm really like serious about hiding it. In fact, I'm kind of probably gonna come out with the news eventually. So, but just know, it was an exciting time. It was an exciting time. And then honestly, I'm still struggling to catch up to all the work that I need to do, but I'm taking a week off of streaming so that I can start working on commissions and my schoolwork, and hopefully a project that I will come out with. I'm gonna say mid-March. I'm gonna aim for mid-March, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. I want to do like planning and scripting and stuff like that this week while I am not streaming. And then hopefully I'll start recording stuff into the last week or so of February. And alongside this, I also have to keep producing other stuff that I have for YouTube. Because I try to post at least once a week. And so far I've done a pretty good job at keeping up with that schedule. And while this project might take over that weekly schedule, eventually I don't want it to yet. Not until it's ready to be out there in the world. And yeah, I also wanted to rebrand my overlay for my stream a little bit, and just like my everything basically. I want to keep the same colors. Like, I'm not changing that. I'm not changing my colors. The colors are staying. I just want to push forward a different look, so that I'm more recognizable. I guess you could say. I wanna. If you guys attend my streams at all, I don't know if you've noticed. My channel points are actually called an alpaca count. Because I want I want you guys to have alpacas. and I want my brand to be like my mascot to be an alpaca. And then I could call you guys like my little alpacas or something. I don't know. I'll see. But yeah, I wanna do that. And in general my overlay is not where I want it to be. So but eventually it will hopefully look exactly how I want it, and hopefully I can implement that into the project that I'm going to be working on. And I'll let you guys know what exactly that project is about in the future. But for now, let's go ahead and go back to this bullet journal. As always, I try to keep it simple because I don't want to overwhelm myself too much this year. I just want to use my journal for practicality and for a couple of memories that I want to remember in the years to come whenever I look back at my journal. So the calendar is just a regular old square calendar. And I did add like a little diamond in between the boxes just to make it like more curved, like make the squares more curved looking. But other than that, it's a typical calendar. Currently, I'm actually using these earphones that I bought specifically for my phone that I got for my birthday this year. As you guys probably know, like the newer phones these days, they don't have earphone jacks. They just have a charging point, and then you're supposed to buy Bluetooth earphones so that you don't have to worry about that anymore. But stubborn old me, doesn't like using Bluetooth earphones that much. I did end up buying some eventually, but I prefer wired stuff, honestly, and I love these earphones. They're super comfy. But I was not planning on using them on my laptop. I was not planning on using them for recording. I actually am going to have to amplify this recording in the future, like post-production, because I sound so quiet. Like, and I'm using these earphones because something is up with my earphone jack. I have no idea what's up with that earphone jack. I think like it might be like a wire that's not correctly placed or something like that. I'm kind of scared to mess with it, but maybe eventually I'll have to like open up my laptop, see what's up. But yeah, something in the earphone jack is causing my recordings to pick up some kind of like buzzing sound. And it's not the earphones that I use, because I used my headset and the buzzing was present in recordings, and then I used some regular Skull Candy earphones and the buzzing was still present. Then I used these C cable insert earphones, and the buzzing was no longer there. It had disappeared. It was just white noise that's typical for any recording. So I figured that, yeah, maybe something's wrong with my earphone jack, which is quite unfortunate. So as a temporary fix, I'm probably going to be using these earphones for future recordings or streams or anything like that. It's very regrettable to hear, at least for me, because I was not planning on using these for anything other than my phone. They were so expensive, guys, and I don't wanna use them because I'm so irresponsible with my earphones too. That's why I usually get like cheaper ones, and I'm scared that they're gonna like break or something. I don't know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Here I am sticking a piece of scrapbook mermaid paper kind of thing. I have like a whole stack of like scrapbook paper that I use for different spreads and stuff. And most of the scrapbook paper is like pink or like muted gray kind of colors. So this is actually the perfect time to use that mermaid pattern. Honestly, I cannot believe that I'm almost basically halfway through the semester in a way. Like, I know there's still a couple weeks of February left, but once March hits, midterms are like right around the corner, and honestly, that's a little freaky to me. I am not ready. I feel this semester has been a blur, honestly, but I mean, I guess time flies whenever you're having fun, right? So there's that. Here I am just plastering some stickers on my bullet journal because I didn't really have anything else to put. It was too little space. I mean, I guess I could have like done like a little notes column, but it would have been way too small. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have even used it, which is why I didn't even bother. So I just plastered some pink stickers on that corner over there so that it wasn't so empty. And then I move on to begin my first week of February. I actually have a little hole puncher that makes the holes into a cherry blossom shape. As you can see, there's a little cherry blossom shape. So I punched a corner of the paper, and then I put some scrapbook paper behind the grid paper so that you can see some pink there behind the hole. And that's what I ended up doing for my little scrapbook spread of the first week of February. I thought it looked pretty nice. I hope you guys do too, obviously. But yeah, I tried to do like a typewriter-ish font. Not too much. Doesn't look too much like a typewriter, but I did try to like kind of roughly mimic a typewriter kind of look for my font, for my title of the week. So you'll see me in a bit whenever I do that. And then in the corner of the second page, I put a little bit of scrap paper, and then I cut it into like a more ovular shape. and I left that piece for the future. I left it for like basically for future purpose. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna use it for yet. Actually, I do. Technically, I do, because I already used it. But, like, back then, I didn't know what I was gonna use it for. I pretty much just did it, like, either for a quote, or, like, if I wanted to put, like, a picture or a sticker there later. But that was for me to figure out later, or what I was gonna do with it. And maybe I'll show you guys what I did with it later. But, for now, it is a secret, and I'm not gonna tell you guys. And finally, I give you guys a close-up look through of what I did with my bullet journal for February. Unfortunately, I hadn't realized that I was cutting off whenever I first filmed this, because I actually was planning on filming myself talking about my spreads, like, right after I finished them, but my headset was cutting off way too much whenever I recorded this. So I'm just recording this alongside the rest of the voiceover. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Tell me what you guys did for your bullet journals if you have one, or if you don't, give me one thing that you've done in February that you're really excited about. I know most of us are locked up in our homes, but maybe it could be like something as small as, like, I got some chocolate. I got some discount chocolate post Valentine's Day. That's pretty, I don't know. I like chocolate, so I'd understand why you'd be pretty excited about that. But other than that, I will now let you guys go. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah. Bye-bye.